Welcome to Fast Times at Howie Vision High, because things are getting crazy as we're getting closer to the draft. Could the Eagles actually be close to signing the Honey Badger? Do teams actually really want to trade for Jalen Reagor? What do they even see when they watch him play? And are the Eagles actually interested in Malik Willis? Find out on the next episode of Howie Vision. Dallas still stinks. Yo, by the way, King Dingbat here, and I hope everybody's having a great Monday. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're hanging in there. So as we begin this new week, it seems like there are a lot of Eagles rumors flying around, and they're all kind of coming in at once. And in this video, I kind of want to go over some of them, tell you which ones I think have a better chance of happening compared to other ones that I don't think have a chance of happening, and maybe some out of left field stuff we're not even thinking about, okay? But before we get into that, as always, if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. We are on our way to 40,000 subscribers. I could not do it without you guys. I appreciate it so much. But if you want Eagles daily content, football daily content, and just all sorts of craziness, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. You don't want to miss a thing, especially in April. And if you've been subscribed for a while, just double check. Double moonwalk check. And make sure you're still subscribed. YouTube has been unsubscribing people from other people's channels as well as my own. Don't know why this is happening, but just double check. And also, I gotta say, I have to thank everybody, especially yesterday, for all the comments in my video. You know, it was a hard video to make, talking about my father-in-law who just passed away. You know, family's still grieving and stuff like that. And I was overwhelmed with comments just, you know, wishing the family well and stuff like that. It was touching. I showed my wife, I showed my mother-in-law, because it was just touching. And I want you to know, if I haven't responded to your comment, I really haven't responded to any of those comments yet because there was just so many of them. I will go through each and every single one and thank you guys individually. And all those who reached out personally, I also want to thank you guys too. A lot of people did that. And yeah, I'm truly touched. I love you guys, and it means a lot to me. It really, really does. Now, on to football. There's a lot going on today, okay? A lot of rumors, a lot of things floating out there, and you know, this is expected. The draft is, what, 17 days away, and this is what's going to happen. Some of this stuff, I'm sure, is smokescreen. Some of it is the real deal. It's just a lot going on. So I kind of want to get into some of the stuff. The first thing we have to talk about is the Honey Badger. Tyrann Mathieu, I always say his name wrong. People tell me whatever. But the Honey Badger, we're waiting to see what he does, right? There are multiple teams interested, and me and Joey Shakes, shout out to him, we were doing our Philly Shakedown last night, and I got flooded with DMs, and it was even brought up on the stream. There were reports that possibly the Eagles could be closing in on a deal for the Honey Badger. Now, I take a lot of these rumors and stuff, even if I talk about it, a lot of times I take it with a grain of salt. Like, I don't necessarily believe it, but how I kind of judge whether I'm going to talk about something or not, there's really two factors. One, if something's on my heart, if something is on my mind that I have to get out, I talk about it. Also, if I get multiple DMs on a report or on something, a particular comment or a particular topic, then I kind of know people want to hear what I have to say or what I think about that. And I got flooded with these yesterday about the Honey Badger. And there was a tweet that was put out by NFL News. Now, it's not official NFL News. It's at ML Football 2, okay, on Twitter. I don't know who these people are. I haven't really followed them before. But a lot of people sent me messages about this, so I assume people want to hear my opinion. And they put out a flurry of tweets, okay? The first one said this: breaking, the Pound Eagles, and it's pound, not hashtag, the Pound Eagles, pound, Eagles are extremely close to a deal with star safety Tyrann Mathieu, Pound Saints and Pound Steelers are making final pushes, but look like he's headed to Philly. Now you read that and you go, wait a second. This guy's heading to Philly. Holy crap, this is close. Is this real? You know, and you're trying to figure that out. I didn't hear it from anybody else, okay? So, of course, I take it with a grain of salt, but a lot of people were DMing me. And then, you know, as I clicked on the DMs and I went to that tweet, I started to look at the other tweets that they were putting out. And then, you know, soon after posting that tweet where they talked about the Eagles were close, they tweet this. And here's what they say. There has been some complications between Mathieu and the Eagles. They have taken a step back in negotiations. Okay, so that comes out soon after them saying he's extremely close. Then they tweet again a little later, and it says, at this time, Mathieu's agent has declined to comment. So we've gone from he's extremely close to signing to, well, there's a snag, and things may get delayed a little bit, and, you know, we'll have to kind of see, to his agent isn't even commenting. So to me, we basically did a full circle. The Eagles are interested. We don't know how much. We don't know how close they are or whatever. To he's close. To he's taking a step back. To basically we're at where we started. So I feel like that whole set of tweets was just a big kind of nothing. I mean, I don't think we can take anything out of what those tweets said. Whether he's close or not, I hope so. I would love to get the Honey Badger in here. I think it would make our defense extremely better. We're all kind of waiting. We're all on pins and needles, waiting and hoping that something happens. But based on the tweets that people sent me yesterday, I can't really take anything out of that. So we're just going to have to wait and see. Then, you know, after we get through the whole Honey Badger, whether he's close or not, this morning, we've got another report out. And in this report, it's saying that teams are checking in on Jalen Reagor's availability. There are actually teams that are checking in on Jalen Reagor's availability. To me, his availability is simple. It's available. He's available. Come get him. 7th round pick, 2097. Done. Get rid of his ass. I would get rid of him so quick. To me, it's hard for me to believe that that people are interested in him. But maybe you have these teams who think, hey, look, the guy has some talent, which he does. I have said this all along. I think Reagor has the physical tools to be able to be successful in the NFL. I think it's purely mental with him. And now he may need a change of scenery. So I'm sure, in all seriousness, there is some team out there that would love to work with him, and they think that they can fix him. So I would look to move him. And the first thought that comes to my mind is Seattle. Like, package him, package a first-round pick, and Reagor, and, you know, throw in something else if you have to, a mid-pick or whatever, and try to get DK. Try to get DK Metcalf. You know what I mean? That would be perfect. Maybe he can get you over the top because a team like Seattle thinks, well, at least we're getting somebody who's young on a rookie contract back. Maybe we can fix him. So I say have at it. But if the Eagles can trade Jalen Reagor, whether it's Seattle, whether it's another team, just to get him off the books, just to get him out of the lineup, I'm all for it. You have to remember, like, one of my chief complaints last year with the Eagles was they use Reagor like he's the number one wide receiver. They come into games and they look like they game plan for him. They look like they try to get him the ball on purpose. And to me, they should have been doing those kind of things with Devontae Smith. They did it a little bit, but not a lot. When you have a game on the line, right, and you're playing the Giants, and Devontae Smith, your first-round pick, who's going to be a star, by the way, comes up to the coach and the quarterback and says, hey, get me the ball on this play. I won't let you down. Get me the ball. And then what do? They go to Jalen Reagor, who drops it. That's unacceptable. That tells me that you're not valuing Devontae Smith the way he needs to be valued. Okay, and then on that play, by the way, that he wanted the ball against the Giants, he was wide open. He was wide open going across the middle. You get him the ball, he might not score a touchdown, but you have at least a first and goal. And they go to Reagor. So if teams are really wanting to trade for Reagor, I'd do it in a second. It's hard for me to believe that teams would want him, but hey, you never know. You never know, okay? And the other thing I want to talk about too, and we'll see what Reagor if he gets traded. But other rumor that I wanted to talk to you guys real quick about is Malik Willis, okay? Now, when it comes to Malik Willis, I find him to be probably the most intriguing quarterback in this draft. When I watch him play, he reminds me of a right-handed Michael Vick. Now, I'm not saying his skill set is at that level, but he's very athletic. He's got a lot of talent. He needs to develop. And I could see the Eagles actually looking at a guy like that and being intrigued, okay? We heard about the Senior Bowl where Howie Roseman's out there following Malik Willis wherever he goes. He goes to sleep. Howie Roseman's sitting by the bed. He goes to eat. Howie Roseman is watching what he eats. Howie Roseman is actually counting the amount of times this guy chews. Wherever Malik Willis went, Howie Roseman was there, okay? So we know that to be a fact. Now today we're getting reports that the Eagles could be interested in Malik Willis. And I'm going to say this right off the bat. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying that the Eagles are going a quarterback in this draft. They made that trade with the Saints. And I was, for a while, I was like, yeah, a quarterback is totally possible. But once they made that trade with the Saints, I felt that was pretty much securing the fact that they're not going to go and get a quarterback. I think they're set up for 2023 to get a quarterback unless Jalen Hurts goes out there and has like 35 touchdowns, okay? He's going to have a monster year. And when it comes to Malik Willis, we have no idea where this guy's going. Like I said before, if you look at these mock drafts, they're all over the place. They're all over the place. There are some drafts that have Malik Willis going number 2 overall to Detroit. Number 2. I can't see it. I can't see it. I mean, I could see Malik Willis in the second round, but teams are desperate for quarterbacks, and he's going to go early. Kenny Pickett is going to probably go like Carolina at 6. Like, these guys are going to go way too early, and I don't think the Eagles are going to go get a quarterback. So I want to say that first and foremost. But there are rumors that the Eagles could be interested in him, okay? And some of it stems from what Howie did at the Senior Bowl, and some of it is stemming from this interview on the Rich Eisen show by Liberty head coach Hugh Freeze. Now, Hugh Freeze, that name is a name of a football guy. That is a great defensive coordinator name. I love that name, Hugh Freeze. Hugh Freeze, right up your ass. You know what I'm saying? I like it. I like it a lot, okay? Now, Hugh Freeze went on the Rich Eisen show, and he was talking about Malik Willis, and he was talking, about just basically how, he has no idea what's going to happen, what's coming, and that's not a surprise. If you look at these mock drafts, like I said, they're all over the place. So he was on the Eisen show, and Rich Eisen was asking him about Malik Willis, and he said, "What are you hearing from teams? What are you hearing? What are you thinking?" And Hugh Freeze said, "Rich, this is the most confused I've been. I've had a lot of first rounders when I was at Ole Miss, and I kind of had an idea, a clue where they were going to go. I know the teams that have spent an enormous amount of time visiting with me. Carolina, Pittsburgh, Atlanta, Seahawks, all those teams have spent time with us. But it's hard for me to keep up. I called him last night, Malik Willis, and he told me where his rotation was and where he was going to visit, which none of it really surprised me. Philadelphia did call me recently, and I talked to them last night." And then Rich Eisen says, "Philadelphia, huh? So you're talking to Howie Roseman?" And Freeze says this, "No, I talked to the Eagles' assistant special teams coach, Joe Pennuzziano. I can't say his name, but he sounds like a cannoli-eating friend from the great sunny peninsula that our forefathers both come from. Okay, but he said he talked to Joe Pennuzziano last night, okay? And he said, I talked to the Eagles assistant special teams coach. I think he's in their personnel. We go back from our days at SEC, but he was calling on behalf of the Eagles, and we just had some conversation. So, the special assistant, what was it? What did I even say it was again? I can't remember the name of his role. Eagles assistant special teams coach. So the assistant special teams coach is calling about the quarterback because he's helping him with personnel, whatever. And I'm sure because he has a relationship with the coach Hugh Freeze. So it wasn't Howie Roseman. Malik Willis hasn't been in for a visit. And it sounds like there's not a lot to this. It sounds like the Eagles are doing their due diligence. They're talking to the coach, but it doesn't sound like they're extremely interested. And maybe that's a smokescreen, right? We always hear about the smokescreens working one way. Oh, well, we had this guy in, and they had this guy in, but they really weren't interested in that guy. They had Sauce Gardner in yesterday and Pickens. They had Pickens and Gardner in, right? Oh, that's a smokescreen because you can't get Sauce Gardner. They're trying to fool teams to trade up. Well, I guess it could be said, you could be a smokescreen where you don't bring a guy in for a visit, you don't talk to the guy, you don't have Howie do anything, and then teams think you're not interested. So I guess it could work two ways. But to me, based upon what I'm seeing, based on this Malik Willis, the Eagles are interested in Malik Willis stuff that's going on today. I'm not buying it. It seems like they're really just doing their due diligence. When they come in for a visit and they take them to dinner and Howie Roseman and Jeffrey Lurie are there, then I'll start thinking that's serious. Now, I did think they were going to take a quarterback a couple weeks ago before the Saints trade. I thought it was totally possible. Once they made that trade, I think that the Eagles were focusing on 2023. So, yeah, I don't see much to the rumor of the Malik Willis coming to the Eagles. But, hey, you never know. I do think he's an intriguing prospect, though. I think to sum up all these rumors we talked about today, the Honey Badger, I think it's 50-50 right now. I think we got a shot at that, okay? Jalen Reagor, it's hard for me to believe anybody would be interested. But if the Eagles can trade him, do it. Do it. I'm going to say that there's a 50% chance of that as well. Because I just think that the Eagles, if let's say they were to get Honey Badger, right? Where are they going to put when are they going to put resources into offense? I mean, they can put 3rd, 4th, 5th round picks, but when are they going to invest real, something real assets into offense? The only thing I could think of if they were to sign the Honey Badger is they're going to draft offense early and often. So, I mean, we'll see. I think the regular thing actually has a chance. It actually has a chance, but we're going to find out. It's going to be interesting. And then Malik Willis, I don't see that happening at all. I will be trying to live stream today. I have a lot of errands and things going on with family stuff, so I may not be able to do it. That's why I wanted to get this video out early. I'll try to do another video later today if I can't do a live stream. And then expect live streams later on this week. I just don't know when. I gotta work some things out right now at home. But with that said, take care. Talk to you later. Let me know what you think. Make sure to subscribe. And don't be a dingbat. And it's Howie Vision. We're all just living in it. If the Eagles go offense early and often, it's going to shock the world. It is going to shock the world. And I got to tell you, I can see where they go like wide receiver, offensive lineman, running back. I mean, we're sleeping on running backs. I'm going to have to go study some of these running backs because Miles Sanders last year of his contract, maybe they go ahead and invest a 2nd or 3rd round pick in a running back. It totally could happen. The Eagles are going to have to invest assets on offense at some point. It's just a matter of when and what are they going to do. It's going to be crazy. Also, I want to say, and I almost forgot to say this in the video, thank you to the throne room of Dingbats last night. We went and did a Zoom meeting, had a few guys in there. That was a lot of fun. It is recorded, and I will be posting it on channel members, so look out for that. With that said, Denzel Washington, out.